This is an Eye on Annapolis bonus podcast.
Well, we're sitting down today with one of the area's biggest recyclers because you get all the money and you recycle it back into the community. We are with Lee Rand, who is with Fast Signs, but she is here with her role as the Annapolis Rotary representative for the Crab Feast, which is coming up pretty soon on August 5th. How are you?
I'm good. Good. Thank you.
This is great that we're doing it finally first time face-to-face.
Yes.
I know that we spoke with Fast Signs for the local business spotlight back on the phone in the midst of COVID. And last time we talked about the Crab Feast, it was with Ann Myers, who was standing in for you because you were out gallivanting about the country doing something, probably trying to figure out how to make a living and make the business work. But we wanted to talk a little bit about the Crab Feast because we've seen signs sprouting up all over town, and it's exciting because it is back in person as opposed to that crabs to go thing.
Yes, we are excited. It's live again.
And this is the 77th iteration. Mm-hmm. And my math, that takes us back to like 1945.
It started in somebody's backyard. Wow. Yeah.
And
grew.
And it's not up in your backyard this year, right?
No, not in my backyard.
Well, this is 77th is an impressive number here, and certainly the Crab Feast is it's billed as the world's largest crab feast. Yep. I don't know whether that's accurate, but we'll own it.
Exactly.
But we will take it. But tickets are on sale now, and anybody that has never been, you need to go. And for those that have been, you know you need to go. And you want to go to AnnapolisRotary.org is where you can buy your tickets. And they've got a link there for events down there. Buy the tickets. It's pretty cut and dry. Anything new? I mean, are you guys ready to get back into it in person as opposed to, to go? I mean, it just seemed after 2 years you might have gotten into the groove of to go.
Yes, we're very excited to be live again. It's a great activity for the community, and we're excited to see everybody again.
Well, it's good. I mean, I know that and not that it's a competitor, but the Greek Fest went carry out for 2 years during COVID, and they realized that the juice isn't worth the squeeze to do it in person. So they're going to continue that as a carry out thing, which is really sort of hurts me because I like that. I like the whole festival atmosphere that goes on there. So I'm really happy to see that the Rotary is bringing back the Crab Feast. Now, this is your biggest fundraiser of the year, isn't it?
Yes.
And this is at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. And I can always tell because it's the day before Media Day and the Fan Fest for football. Mm-hmm. So when we walk into the stadium in the morning, it still smells like a leftover crab.
The crabs.
from the Rotary.
Yes.
But tickets are on sale, and it's $90 for all you can eat, right?
Yes. So that's your beer, sodas, waters, barbecue from Adams in the
For
crabs.
those like me that don't like crabs, right?
Right. I have a few employees like that too.
And for kids 3 to 12, they don't have to pay $90. It's only $25, but they do eat.
Yes.
And you got to remember, this is a fundraiser because you collect all of this money. I mean, this is all volunteer driven.
Yes. We're all volunteers.
God bless you guys for all that you do, because I mean, I look at the numbers and what you do for the community, and essentially the Rotary. I mean, you've got Service for All. You just celebrated your 100th year, which is pretty impressive. That I didn't realize actually Rotary was as international as it was, and how old it was. And I know in years past you typically make about $60,000 out of this event. And when I said that you were like one of the biggest recyclers in the area, because you just take that money and you throw it back out to other organizations in the community. I mean, it's really community building is what Rotary is doing.
Yes.
And I look at this. I mean, you've got Annapolis Elementary School, the Backpack Buddies. There's a couple buddies, I mean, in the past that you guys have supported. Mm-hmm. And you've got Anne Arundel County Food Bank, Arundel House of Hope. You've got Chrysalis House. The list goes on, and they're all local. I mean, you're not cutting a check to, not that they're good, bad, or indifferent, but the American Cancer Society.
Right.
It's right here in town in Anne Arundel County, and there is a process to apply for that.
Yes, you apply for the grant. Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there saying, hey, I want a piece of that pie. Mm-hmm. And then I've got to put a put a good argument together,
Exactly,
and hopefully we'll do that there. Back onto the event. I mean, if you haven't been there, typically it's in the concourse of the stadium, so it could be rain or shine. Hopefully, you guys don't have rain too much.
It hasn't rained in a few years. Well, to go, it did. Actually, we were standing out there in the rain both years.
Yeah.
But as far as, I think I've only been, like, maybe one time it's rained in the last 8 years.
Yeah, but it is rain or shine. They've got the tables all set up right in there. And, as much as the event on the larger scale is a community thing, I mean, just eating there and participating in it is such a community event because you're sitting down. You could pop a seat next to the mayor. You could pop a seat next to the governor. You can, your next door neighbor, somebody you've never met, and it's always just such a great way to meet people and bring the community together and really sort of show that. I always find that we're a little bit more alike than we are different, which is kind of a neat thing, and say, hey, I live in this neighborhood. Oh, I've never been over there. What's that like? And I do this. Oh, really? And it's really kind of a neat thing that the Rotary does. Like I said, the tickets are $90, $25 online, and you get them around town, can't you?
Yes. There are locations around town. Fast Signs, McBride Gallery.
I saw Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits had a sign in the thing. There's Admiral Cleaners, I think. I'm trying to think where I saw little stickers and signs in the window saying that the Rotary tickets were on sale. There was someplace near the Annapolis Maritime Museum. Over in Eastport too, right across the street from there was a company, and I'm drawing a blank on the name that had. Is
that Jay Gordon?
Yeah, probably. Right across there, I noticed that when I was down there the other day. So you can purchase them in local stores.
Stores, and then Rotarians. We all have a group of tickets to sell as well. So
it's right. Just stop them on the street.
Right, find a Rotarian.
Do you guys have like little tattoos or something to identify yourself there? But you guys have some VIP options too.
Yes. So for $100,
maybe that's not the right word, but.
Different option. For $120, you can reserve your seat in what's called the President's Tent. It's a reserved seating area so that you don't have to wait in line, and you can just come in and you have your seat reserved. And then there's preferred dining, which is $180 a ticket. You have beer and wine there, and then you have people serving you the barbecue and the crabs over there in reserved seating.
That seems kind of fancy. It's funny. It seems like, a crab feast is sort of okay, let's go over, get the capital. We spread it out on the the crab paper, and that just seems what it is. But it's a fancy. It could be a fancy dining experience.
It's not too fancy, but it definitely helps with profits, that section.
Sure. Well, the Rotary also will accept donations too, right?
Yes, and
sponsorships and everything else as well.
Yes, and then we are also selling raffle tickets, so you can buy those online as well.
And what's the deal on the raffle tickets?
It's like 50-50. And there's a few different options. Yeah. I
was just reading where there was some woman in Anne Arundel County that has hit the lottery like 3 times.
Wow.
And not the huge multi-million things, but it's like $250,000, $750,000, $800,000 type scratch offs and stuff like that. And it's like, wow, I need to hang out with her more often.
I know.
So figure out how to do that. And the other thing that is kind of neat about this event is that you have, last time you were in person, you're really trying to go into a zero waste type of thing, which blows my mind to sit there and think that you can have thousands of people eating. I don't even want to think how many bushels of crabs. You may even know that, but the cups and everything else and zero waste. It all gets recycled or composted. And I know that in the past we've been able to buy crab shell compost at Christmas time around town a couple of times, which is a descendant of the
crab feast.
Of the crab feast. Is that going to still be happening? Are you guys still looking to do?
Annapolis Green did the composting part, so I don't think they're going to be doing that, but they are going to work with us and advise us again. And then we have Veterans Composting coming, and so they will haul it all away and compost it or whatever they do with it.
Right. Well, I know Annapolis Green has changed. They've changed up. I know Elvia stepped back from the organization for a little bit, one of the founders, and Linda's still there, and they're growing and they're doing, wonderful things and making it. I know they're still pestering me to drive an electric car, and I haven't taken the plunge yet. But it's they've done such wonderful work for the environment and just really making people aware that it's not that difficult to be a little bit more ecologically conscious in today's world. What's your favorite part personally about the crab feast? Probably when it's done, but
after we clean up, and the cleanup is quite organized. It's a well-run machine at this point. Like we're taking down tables, and while the street sweeper is right behind us, it's quite amazing. But yes, afterwards we have the beer truck stays there. We get some cigars out and all hang out, and it's fun and talk about what happened during the crab feast that year. So,
so that's do you do that right at the stadium after it's done? And
yeah.
Do we ever find you guys like laying in a corner on Saturday morning at the
from exhaustion, too much bourbon? I don't know. We haven't found anybody yet, but never say never.
Never say never. Right. Life goals. Well, you've been the chair of this for a couple of years now, right?
Yes.
How long's your sentence?
Well, we each do it, we do it 1 year, and then I didn't get to do a live one, and so...
Is that the excuse they use?
Well, I felt uncomfortable passing it on to my co-chair without him having done a live one. So this is my 3rd year of doing it now, and I'll be done after this.
So Lee, you were the one that had to adjust on the fly, and I've got to imagine when COVID came around in 2020, you guys probably had to be well on the way to planning.
Yeah, we were well on our way of planning the regular event, and then we decided, I think we gave it a date of like June 1st, that we made the decision to change it to go. So just so that we kept the momentum going.
Right, and the name. Now, how did the 2 Crabs to Go years work out for you as far as fundraising? The first year we did a lot better. I think it was about $35,000 we raised for the community, and last year it didn't go as well. I don't know if people were more supportive the first year because it was new, but as long as we kept it going and we made some money for the community, that was the important thing. Well, that's the name. That's the name of the game, though. And I know that in the past in person, it's been a lot more because there's different opportunities too. The tickets. I know the crab prices are pretty volatile. I know with the bushels and everything else.
We had to raise the ticket prices this year to cover the expensive crabs, but it's crazy.
It's tough. That is for sure. Well, I'll tell you, everybody wants to go to AnnapolisRotary.org, pick up a pair of tickets or more for your whole family. If you're at Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits, Admiral Cleaners, Jay Gordon over in Eastport, the Annapolis Waterfront Hotel, which I'm still difficult not calling it the Marriott.
I know.
Long Imposter up in Severna Park, and McBride Gallery on Main Street. Fast Signs right here on Margaret Avenue, right? And the Design District.
Yes.
Would be places to go, or look for any of those Rotarians with tattoos on their forehead, and they probably have some tickets to pick up. But if you know an Annapolis Rotarian, they would be able to hook you up with tickets as well. And I am looking forward to it. I'm so glad that it is back in person, that it's, and I'm loving to see the event, all these events that are coming back. And Eastport Rockin' was a great time. And, they made money for the community. And I know the Irish Festival is, it's just good to see people getting back out and moving on and knocking on wood that we're all doing it safely and smartly, I guess. I guess it is. So this is your last year.
Yes.
It is. And,
being in charge. I will still be a part of it, but my last year being in charge.
Fantastic. And Rotary, again, has been around for 100 plus years at this point. And you guys are always looking for new members. And you can get more information, again, at AnnapolisRotary.org. And you guys make it real easy, too. I mean, you meet at the Annapolis Yacht Club for the Snooty Bunch. You've got a cocktail happy hour.
Yes, it's been nice. We have the happy hour group now and the breakfast group, so then they meet once a month. So that gives people a lot more options. If they want to get involved with, supporting the community, they can do the breakfast or the happy hour group if they can't make lunch every week. So it is...
Right.
We've kind of spread out with the times of people working and being busy. So,
well, I kind of liken it to the Catholic Church. At one point, it was always, masses were always on Sunday. And then they're like, we're getting, and I'm not Catholic, so I don't know, but they're probably looking, oh gosh, we're getting all these hungover people coming in from Saturday. We better do it like on Saturday afternoon. And now you can get it on Friday and you can get it on Thursday. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
Make it convenient to everybody. And we're all living really weird lives, different lives. And the noontime weekly meeting at the Annapolis Yacht Club may not work for some people, and I know you've got your cohort with the Parole Rotary. I mean, I know they meet some god-awful early hour morning, and they're like, oh, it'd be great. Come on in at 7 o'clock every... I'm like, oh, are you kidding me?
A little early.
So, I mean, it is a great organization to get involved with. There's plenty of opportunities to get out there and help. I know you're working with the... Free Little Libraries. That's one of the initiatives that are around town. You see them popping up all over. Obviously, the Crap Beast is big. And again, scholarships. You're helping, and you're very limited to zip codes. But these upcoming, or I guess the graduating seniors that are looking to go into college, they can apply for scholarships, and it's limited to certain zip codes. Because you don't want any interlopers from Colombia or anything like that coming in, but it's just an organization just gives back to the community, and that's what it's all about. I guess it goes back to their motto: service above self.
Yes.
So, Lee Rand, Fast Signs. If anybody needs a sign, any kind of printing stuff like that, this is where you want to come to on Margaret Avenue. You want to check out the podcast that we did with Lee probably about a year ago. Talked about some of the capabilities, which sort of blew my mind with, I didn't realize that you had more than one location, and the ability to do as huge of work as you do is in addition to the little itty bitty stuff that's it's able to do. So you want to give that a listen to. But most importantly, you want to go to AnnapolisRotary.org and pick up a pair of tickets or more to the Crap Beast, and that is in August 5th, and it goes from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And if you can't make it, you can also buy the raffle tickets online, or you can buy them there as well. You don't need to be present to win. I've read that on the website.
Right.
So you can win some money and just help support the Rotary and help support our own community. But Lee, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, John.
Good luck with the Crab Feast. Yay, we're back in person.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see how many, what our numbers are this year. We just don't know how it's going to turn out. So hopefully people will all come out.
I know they will. This is one thing. Anne Arundel and Annapolis is a very supportive community. I find that when the going gets tough, people get going and help out. I mean, I look at what happened with Sailor and their fire that they had. I mean, looking forward to it. Friday, August 5th, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we'll see you at the Annapolis Rotary Crab Feast.
Thank you.
This has been a bonus podcast from Eye on Annapolis. Please visit us at eyeonannapolis.net. Follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. And if you haven't subscribed to the Daily News Brief podcast, go for it. And all of your local news will be delivered to your phone, tablet, or smart device by 6 a.m. every Monday through Friday.